Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how you can access your passwords history on your Mac and your iPhone. So a new feature in macOS Tahoe and iOS 26, as well as iPadOS 26, is the ability to save a history for each password in the Passwords app. That's the built-in password manager that comes with Apple's operating systems. So previously, when you changed your password, it just simply replaced the old password. But now it does that, but also saves a history so you can actually look at the old password. That can come in useful in some situations. So as an example here, I'm going to use my course's website. I'm going to create a new user account and let the Passwords app on my Mac generate a strong password for that. So on this site, I'm going to go to create account here. And then I go to a page where I can create a new account. I'm going to enter in my email address. And then when I get to the password field, it's going to suggest a new strong password. This is the most important part of using a password manager, is letting it generate long, strong, unique passwords of random characters. So I'm going to say use this strong password, and it puts it in. And you can see the site is happy with it. It shows that it's a strong password. And now I'll click register to register with the website. When I do that, look what happens. I get a little box here that says, yes, update the password for this site. So now I can be sure it's saved in the Passwords app. But let's check anyway. I'll go to Passwords here, and sure enough, I'll see the entry for this site. You can see courses.macmost.com. There's the new password that's generated. The username, I can add notes if I want, and I could view history. If I click here, I could see password changed, password saved. It may look a little different for you if you're registering with a new site, but the bottom line is that you're going to have this history here that's going to record that first password here in this history list. If you find these videos valuable, consider joining the more than 2,000 others that support MACMOST through Patreon. You get exclusive content, course discounts, and more. You can read about it at macmost.com/Patreon. Let's go back to the site, and let's say it's months later, and for some reason I want to change the password to the site. So I'm going to go, in this case, to account details. Every website does it a little differently as to how you change the password. So you have to go to the site and figure out how to get to your profile or account settings or whatever it is and change the password. So I'm going to go in here and go down to this area here that shows password change and then initiate a change on the website. I'm going to click on current password because this site, like a lot of others, requires you to enter in your current password to then change it to a new one. If I click here, you could see the password manager on my Mac suggests the current password. So I don't have to type it in. That's the whole point of the password manager. Strong, unique, random passwords, and you don't have to type them. You don't even have to see them. You can just confirm and the password manager will add it. If this wasn't the right site, if it wasn't courses.macmost.com in this case, then it wouldn't suggest this one. So any phishing attempt to try to get you to enter your password into the incorrect site isn't going to work. The password manager is simply going to not recognize the site. So I'm going to enter in that new password. It asks me to confirm, and there it is. Then it's going to go to the next field. And it's going to recognize that this is a new password field, and it's going to suggest a new strong password. Yes, I do want to use that. And it enters it in the new password and confirm new password field because it recognizes that the site has both of those. It may be different on a different site. So now I'm going to click Save Changes to not only save it on the site, so actually make the change on this website, but it should also trigger the password manager, the Passwords app on your Mac, to record this. So I click here and sure enough, it says, yes, I do want to update this. So now I could see it has been changed on the website and I should see a change here as well. And sure enough, if I look at the password field here, I'll see the new password. And if I go to view history here, I'll see password changed just now. And if I click here, I'll see the new one as opposed to the old one. Now, what's the point in saving the old one? Well, one of the main reasons to do that, and one that I experience all the time, is sometimes you're not completely sure that the website actually got your password change. Like you make the change and then you've replaced the password in your password manager, but did the website actually change the password? If there was a mistake, if there was an error, if there was an extra confirmation you didn't hit or something like that, your password remains the old password. But now you've lost that old password because your password manager replaced it with the new one. But now you've got a history. So if something did happen on some website and the new password was not used, you still can go back into this password history and get this old password. I know I've always used the notes field to actually save old passwords, copying and pasting into the notes whatever the old password was, just in case. But now I no longer need to do that. And another option you've got here that you should note is this clear history button. If you click that, you can actually clear the history of all the old passwords if you need to. Now you also have this ability on the iPhone and the iPad. So you just go into your passwords app there, as long as you're updated to iOS 26 or iPad OS 26, and you can look for that password entry here because iCloud is syncing these between your devices. And you can see here's the same entry in the passwords app on the iPhone. And you've got a view history button there as well. So you could see the old password and the new password. And you also have a clear button here as well. So this is a great improvement to all the password apps across all of your Apple devices. The best thing about it is there's nothing to do. It just automatically records a history. And hopefully you never need the old password, but if you do, you know where to find it. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.